What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction. Welcome back to another COD mobile video. So today, yet again, we are going to be discussing the AK47. And actually, this time we are going to be discussing the 5.45 round portion of the AK47. So before we actually get into this, I do want to say that we are very close to reaching 8,000 subscribers. So guys, make sure to tell your friends about me. Let's get this going. Hopefully we could get that done by this week. So I think it's time to finally start accelerating the subscriber count right now so we could reach 10,000 by hopefully, I guess maybe around summer of next year. So I did mention in the previous video that the AK47 did get a massive recoil buff to the point where it literally has no recoil, especially if you do use the regular rounds. I never mentioned anything about the 5.45 round mag, and that's something that I've been holding off for this specific video because I honestly think it deserves to have its own separate video based on how lethal it is now with that particular magazine. So I didn't explain this last time, but I think the reason why the buff happened for the AK-47 is that it is getting another legendary skin. Of course, you guys remember the Death Scythe Prestige from a few seasons back. We're getting another Prestige legendary skin, and this is going for the Korumaku. So yes, the AK-47 is getting the Korumaku Prestige. Of course, earning this is going to be more or less the same as it was before, where you just get 3 legendary draws and you actually unlock the skin automatically. But even without it, I think it's safe to say that the AK-47 still kind of deserved a buff like this because it's kind of been underrated, and having the recoil be like that for so long was such a turnoff. And even if you had the mythic, it didn't really help much. So with the 5.45 rounds, obviously a while back it was buffed to provide recoil benefits instead of downsides, and it kind of did help a little bit with the AK-47, especially with the GRU combo grip, but at the same time it was a very slow assault rifle if you decided to mix those two together. However, the ADS bullet spread upsides were pretty significant, but still it was way too slow for mobility. And knowing that the recoil was still bad back then, even if you had the mag on with that benefit, it still wasn't really that helpful. It wasn't until now where the mag ends up becoming a lot better. Honestly, very close to how it was in Modern Warfare 2019. They did have the 5.45 round mag as well in that game, but it was an absolute laser compared to what we see here, or compared to what we saw back then, I guess. The crazy thing is I thought they would make a change like this when the Mythic came out, but I guess I was wrong. If anything, that would have made the AK-47 Radiance a lot more appealing to get. Knowing that it had no recoil, the damage was boosted and everything, it would have been, it probably would have gotten a lot more sales. So the 5.45 round mag basically turns this into an SMG. Well, at least in theory, it was supposed to until now. So basically the damage would weaken, but it would still remain a 4-shot from pretty decent ranges depending on which barrel you actually had. Again, a lot of people would use the GRU combo grip because it was the one that provided the most stability and also helped with your ADS bullet spread accuracy. But now, given that the recoil is much more stable, I would say that there's really no need to use that specific attachment anymore. If anything, you could use the marksman barrel, you could use a light barrel even. You could even use the ranger barrel that increases the range by 40%. That's 20% more compared to what the GRU combo grip did. And even if you wanted to, you could put a monolithic suppressor and increase that 40% to 65%. And if you want to go a step further, you could even add long shot to upgrade it to 75%. Of course, for me, I decided to go for, I guess, the 50% route because, I mean, I don't really think I should reduce my weapon down that much in terms of mobility. But even then, I mean, the 4-shot range, even from that far with the 50% damage range boost, is extremely reliable. Having like a monolithic suppressor would probably be useful if it was like Battle Royale, but again, you don't really need that much range. It would be kind of overkill if you just put long shot and the monolithic suppressor together alongside the Ranger barrel. And plus, again, like I said, the ADS speed would be extremely slow, so I wouldn't recommend that, especially if you're going for more of an SMG type of feel. So here is the class setup that I do have. I do have the Ranger barrel with combat stock, long shot, as well as OWC laser tactical. and the 5.45 caliber ammo. So the way I set this up is that with the Ranger barrel, it does take away, I think, like 16% ADS speed or a little bit more. But the combat stock and the OWC laser tactical does more than make up for the lost speed. And for the 5.45 caliber ammo, obviously that's pretty much the whole point of the class setup. And second, I don't really think it has any sort of ADS downside. I think there might be an upside, but no downside for sure. So if anything, you have more range, but with like literally no speed lost. You could put no stock instead of combat stock, but if you want like the maximum amount of recoil control, I do recommend using combat stock instead. I mean, if you want to make do without all the extra movement and ADS movement speed. But when it comes to the ADS speed in general, both of them I think have the same amount, if I'm correct. The only difference is that the combat stock doesn't really provide any regular movement speed or any ADS movement speed. It's just pure ADS speed. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like. Make sure to subscribe. That's very important if we're going to reach 8,000. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.